All right, Dr. Zach's Toy Soldier Hospital. How's it all? How y'all doing out there? This is my first live stream on this channel. This is not my first live stream. I've live streamed before. I actually kind of enjoy live streaming. But it's time to start the show. I've got my coffee, and it's showtime. So, U.S. Postal Service has been sending my packages pretty much every which way but loose. And I'm going to share the screen here in a second. Show you some examples of that. Just, it's kind of been getting under my skin a little bit. And full disclosure, my father actually works for the United States Postal Service, but he works at a local post office. This seems to be the bigger post offices that are like the distribution centers seem to be having these kinds of issues. I think they're maybe throwing stuff like, and maybe the two bins are next to each other and it's maybe going in the wrong bin. And so it gets misshipped. I don't know. It's hard to say. But anyway, let's present. Let's see here. Share screen. I think that's it. No entire screen. Chrome tab. There we go. Chrome tab. All right, how's that looking on this side? All right, there it goes. Looks all right. Let me adjust that. I like to have it. Is that it? Yeah, that's what I like. All right, so this is the first one I was going to show that got misshipped. I just did a video on this. I haven't made it public yet, but this is it's a 75 random mixed lot here. It said it was Boley Toys. I kind of doubt that because I'm not familiar with Boley Toys making Timmy knockoffs, and there was several Timmy knockoffs in there. There was definitely two different sizes, might have been three actually, different sizes of Army men that was in that, and it was an really old Boley container. So I think that they did actually make a playset. I just don't think those are the original contents of the playset. But I said it was $8. Okay, it was it? Oh, it's only $7. Okay, with taxes, it was around $8. Yeah. So anyway, let's see where's the tracking? Of course, they've made the tracking go away since it's been delivered. All right, stop sharing for a second. Here we go. Okay, there my personal information isn't on there. Okay, good. Oh, here we go. This will work. Okay. See all tracking history. Yes. Okay, we're going to share that tab. We're going to share the USPS tab since it doesn't have any personal information on it. Share. All right, here we go. So it's coming from Southern California, Fullerton area. Went to Los Angeles, went to San Francisco, left there. Somehow it got sent to Half Moon Bay. This apparently, I think the Eureka one and the Half Moon Bay one the bins must be like right next to each other or something, and they just kind of carelessly. This has happened before. My dad has had packages. This has happened where that goes to Half Moon Bay and it's misshipped. And in this case, it actually went to Eureka, which is in the right direction, but then they sent it back for some reason. And went back to San Francisco, got processed again, and this time it went the right way. But isn't that kind of crazy? It adds several extra days to the whole process. Let's see, when it was delivered, 18th. It could have been delivered on the 14th. It was in the area on the 14th, and it didn't get delivered. And I don't understand why the post office does stuff like that. It's weird. All right, we're going to close this out. Let's see here. All right. Purchase history. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I forgot that eBay doesn't necessarily want to show you the tracking number on stuff that has already been delivered. I forgot about that. And then the page it was showing like had the last 4 of my credit card on there. It's like, I don't want to share that. Don't want to share that. All right. Let's see here. Present another. Let's see. Share screen. There it is. Okay. See how that looks. Anyway, here's another example of it. Oh, it's finally arrived at the right post office. That's good. This is one of the craziest I've ever seen. Starting in this is a copy of Braveheart. See, I'm getting a lot of toy soldiers lately that have like melee weapons, and so I kind of want to do some stop motions that have that kind of theme with like melee combat as the style of warfare. And so I bought a copy of Braveheart because I haven't seen that movie in a long time, and I don't want to see the TV edit version of it. You know, I want the blood, I want the gore, I want the cussing, I want whatever is in it that would be censored on TV. I want to see it. I need the inspiration. I'm thinking I might get a copy of Gladiator too, and possibly the movie Troy as well. Those are good for that kind of story. I think those are good inspirations. And but anyway, I digress. It started in Missouri on the 9th, March 9th. Goes to Kansas City, March 9th. 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th. They must have put it on a truck. On the 13th, it goes to Boston. Boston. I'm in California. Boston's not in California. Boston is the wrong direction from California. So then it arrives at unit, quote unquote, in Waltham, Massachusetts. So treating it like it's at the right post office, and it's not. And they processed it, and then they sent it to another distribution. I'm not sure how you say this. Is this Nassau? I'm not sure. New Hampshire. Goes to this facility. Then it leaves there. I'm not sure why it leaves twice, but it leaves there. Okay, it's just got scanned twice. Then it shows up in Middlesex, Essex, Massachusetts distribution center. So it's bouncing around New Hampshire and Massachusetts for several days here. Arrives on the 13th. It's the 15th, and it's still bouncing around. Finally, on the 17th, it arrives at Salt Lake City. And when I see Salt Lake City, I've got another horror story I'm going to share with you about Salt Lake City Distribution Center. I'm going to share that with you in a minute. Okay, so it gets processed through there on the 17th, and it departs there. 18th, it arrives at San Francisco, and then it leaves on the 19th, and then it arrives at the right facility, local one. But yeah, it probably should have arrived on the 15th. I think that's what it said. It was supposed to arrive on the 15th. And instead it added all these extra days because, I don't know, I guess they couldn't figure out what truck to put it on. Sent it the wrong direction, and then I don't know, I guess this post office in Massachusetts here must have finally put it on a plane and sent it the right way. I don't know. It's media mail. Media mail, I'm told, doesn't normally go on a plane. But yeah, interesting. So there was that one. I got one more I'm going to look up here. Let's see, okay, there it is. Share the screen again. Okay. These are really cool right here. These 1960s howitzer rocket cannon with 2 missiles and 2 soldiers, sold by this company here. These here are really cool. These actually function. They shoot. I'm going to do a review just on those. Get out of here. I'm going to do a review on these pretty soon because I now have 3 of these. There's only 60 of them left, but these are really cool. Really old school, durable toy. The only major criticism I had is the wheels on them. The wheels are kind of a little bit funky, but when you're buying a toy like this that actually, shoots something, I mean, what toys actually shoot? Yeah, this is a really cool toy. And the soldiers that they got here, those aren't necessarily the ones that you're going to get. They're like 1/35th scale. I want to say they're made in Hong Kong, if I remember right. And yeah. And these seem to be the rockets, the red with a white tip. That seems to be all the rockets that they send. I don't know if any of them actually had these white rockets with a red tip, but yeah, these things actually will shoot these rockets. There's a little metal spring thing on the back of it that shoots, that you just barely flick it and it launches the rocket. I've also found these things you can put airsoft pellets in them and it'll fire those. So the inspiration for this whole channel, this is a hobby channel for me. The whole inspiration for this channel is I read the book Little Wars by H.G. Wells, and in that he was talking like wargaming stuff. And he had made up rules for the war games he played with his kids, and back then they had functioning like toy cannons like this, and so I just think that's really cool that they still have toys like this because they don't make toys like this anymore. Not really. I mean, I don't know. I just thought this was really cool. So yeah, if you guys want to get something like this, maybe let me see if I can maybe drop the link. Let's see. I'll put that in the copy. I'll see if I can drop the link if y'all are interested in buying, because this is a really cool toy. I'm probably going to get a few more of them before they sell out. All right, we're going to back out of this. Where are we at? Oh, right here. This is the other one I was going to show you. I might have to stop sharing. I'm not seeing the track button. Yeah, I don't see it. Okay, I'm going to have to stop that for a moment. All right, that's the link if that's the link if you want to check those cannons out, if you want to get one of those yourself. Okay, order details. Present. Present. Share screen. Ah, here it is. All right, these are my Timmy Yellow guys that I just got the other day, that I made a video on, and it's got like 150 views or something like that, which just blows me away. Like, I'm not putting that much effort into making this content. This is just a hobby for me, and I've got like 13 subscribers now. Like, wow, it's like I've got another channel that I talk like politics and stuff that I'm passionate about on there, and I've only got 12 subscribers there. And I feel it's probably best to keep my hobby that's kind of innocent, kind of non-political, that I could potentially make money on. I feel it's best to keep that as a separate kind of a thing, maybe promote it once in a while on the other channel, but for the most part to keep the two separate. Because the ideal thing would be is if I got this to a point I could maybe make some passive income on it. That would be kind of sweet. It would be good if my hobby started financing itself. If I, buy all these toy soldiers and then I started making stop motions and enough people watched it that I got ad revenue on it, was able to buy more toy soldiers, and the cycle could repeat. Wouldn't have to keep putting money into it. That'd be kind of cool. All right, so anyway, these Timmy Yellow toy soldiers that I reviewed, they originated in Connecticut. This is an eBay package, so wasn't coming directly from not Armies and Plastic. It wasn't coming directly from BMC. It was coming from a reseller, but I'm not sure why they were selling it actually less than BMC was selling it. I don't know. Guess a loss leader? I don't know why they were doing that. So it started in Connecticut. Went to Jersey City. That kind of makes sense. That's probably the direction it would go, I would think. Goes from there to Salt Lake City. This is where when I see Salt Lake City, I'm now horrified when I see a package is there. Salt Lake City sends this package to Reno. For some reason, oh, wow. This wasn't on the eBay tracking. For some reason, apparently Reno sent it to San Francisco. See, I didn't see that on the eBay side. Reno apparently sent it to San Francisco. Wow, I thought Reno did this. San Francisco got my package. But yet it's showing that it's still in Salt Lake City. Oh, that's weird. San Francisco apparently had my package. They must have put it on a plane back to Salt Lake City. Because the next thing I knew, it was like in Knoxville, Tennessee. Like, huh? Why is it in Knoxville, Tennessee? What are we doing here? That's like totally the wrong direction. So it spent 2 days there, February 4, now February 6, when it's taking off. Then it arrives in Sacramento on the 8th, so it was probably put on a truck. Then it leaves there. It shows back up at San Francisco. Like I said, when I was looking at it on the eBay side, it wasn't showing that it even had been to San Francisco on the 3rd. That's very interesting. So anyway, it shows up at Sacramento, then San Francisco, and then it heads in the right direction and it gets home. So yeah, I just thought that was bizarre. sending my package back and forth across the country like that. It doesn't make any sense to me. So anyway, I think that's about all I needed to say about that. Oh, one other thing I'm going to share real quick. Where is it? There it is. Anyway, this is the One Brain Cell Toy Soldier Rules by Peter Kotz, I think is his name. I've been playing this a lot lately, but the one criticism I have of this game is that, I mean, it's mostly modern soldiers that you play it with. I mean, I suppose you could do it with melee soldiers, I suppose, but so he's talking about the weapons in the game. So pistol, rifle, light machine gun, heavy machine gun, bazooka, rocket-propelled grenade, flamethrower, mortar, sniper rifle. Okay, yeah, cool. Those are all weapons that a lot of toy soldiers are going to have. But where's the grenadier? There's no provision for grenadier on here. There's another one I was thinking. Submachine gun. That's it. There's no provision for submachine gun either. And so I kind of wrote some rules to add on to this to kind of offset that, to kind of make up for that. Like the light machine gun, for example, it's got the same range as the rifle, but you roll 2 dice to hit. I kind of figured submachine gun should be here with the pistol. I think submachine gun should have pistol's range, but you should also roll 2 dice to hit with a submachine gun. I mean, that makes sense because it's, you know, kind of a close combat weapon. That's kind of what it's intended for. So anyway, I just thought something like that ought to be added. And I think, like, I kind of wrote like 2 versions of rules for grenades. Like, I think the basic rules, grenades should probably be thrown like the same distance as pistol, probably pistol range. I kind of added on there if it's this would be advanced rules, I suppose. Like if it's like one of those stick grenades like the Germans had, or like the Vietnamese made in the Vietnam War, that kind of thing. I know the Chinese made those too, because they can be pretty easy to make, I guess. Allegedly. Anyway, with a grenade like that, maybe throw it further. So maybe like instead of 12 inches, maybe 15 inches for the game. We're talking about a war game, guys. We're not talking about real life. Don't get your panties in a bunch, YouTube. I know you're kind of sensitive about that kind of stuff. This is a war game. This is not real life. These are 1/32 or smaller, not real life. 1/32 or smaller. It's okay. It's all right. But anyway, so I had some rules that I made up for, you know, soldiers that I have quite a few of, but aren't covered in these rules for whatever reason. And I figured grenades would be kind of like mortar, like you'd roll 3 dice to hit, and you could throw like with indirect fire as long as it has a spotter. I think that makes sense. But yeah. Yeah, these are pretty simple rules. I think, you know, I'll go ahead and include a link to One Brain Cell Toy Soldier rules here too, if you want to check that out. Come on, post. All right, there you go. So you can check those out if you're not familiar with that game. Oh, he does have a feedback link. I don't know if that's still an active email. I was gonna say maybe I might send him my my additions for those particular weapons, grenades and SMGs. Might do that, or I might just keep playing it myself that way. Anyway, so that's about all I needed to say tonight, this evening. I guess it's late afternoon, I'm not sure. So y'all take it easy. I got another stream I got to do on my other channel, so not sure if I'm going to do that right now or if I'm going to wait a little while. So, I'll take us out with a little bit of music, I think. This is a song I wrote. This is kind of the theme of the channel since calling it Dr. Zach's Toy Soldier Hospital. So I had MASH in mind a little bit when I started creating this channel and the avatar I'm using and all that stuff. So.
All right, take 2. Copyright strikes are painless with music. Cause copyright strikes are painless. They'll just take your whole damn channel right out from under you, like it ain't nothing. Cause copyright strikes are painless. They stifle innovation, and I could do without them if you please. Cause copyright strikes are painless. They sometimes nuke your whole damn channel, and I could do without them if you please.
All right, y'all take it easy. Have a good night.